Hi, everyone. As Dylan said, my name is Natasha. I'm coming at you from Tinsel and Albion. And as you can see, we are right on the canal path. So we get to watch all the cyclists, all the boaters, all the joggers go by. So it's just a great location. Yes, we bought the building 2 years ago. It was kind of a dilapidated building, and I had a vision to turn it into a wedding venue on the canal. And once we started renovating the building and saw all the bicyclists going by and the boats going by, we thought it'd be a great spot to also have an ice cream shop as well. So Albion, we're about halfway in between Buffalo and Rochester. So we're a good midpoint for cyclists to stop when they get tired. Next slide, please. So when we bought our building, and I was researching, things about the Erie Canal, I saw that we could become a bike-friendly business and trail ambassadors. When we opened Tinsel, I reached out and, figured out how we could be a bike-friendly business. So you had to have certain amenities. So obviously we had food we could provide the cyclists. We put in a hose outside. We got a bicycle repair kit. Most of all, we had to have knowledge of our community so that when the cyclists came and they were hungry or they needed to buy certain things, we would be able to, tell them where they could go to get the things that they needed. And about the Santa hat, so not only am I wearing it to keep warm today because it was snowing in Albion, but Albion has some Santa history. Albion was home to Charles Howard, and he was actually the Macy's Parade Santa for over 25 years. He also set up the original Santa School in Albion. If you Google Santa School Albion, there's awesome history and articles and pictures about it. Basically, he set up a school where people would come from all over the world to learn how to be Santa. So he would teach them mannerisms, how to do their makeup, how to talk to little kids. So he even had a thing called Christmas Park with reindeer and a train. So Albion, is kind of known for that Christmas spirit. So, we're definitely trying to build off of that. We also became trail ambassadors because since our building is right on the canal, we have about 11,000 square feet. It's important for us to, make our area as attractive as we can for cyclists and, all the tourism that goes on here. So we've organized so far 2 canal clean sweeps. Last year was a great turnout. This year, due to COVID, we still had people come, which was great. It was unfortunate that everyone had to wear masks, but this year they did get free ice cream. So being a trail ambassador, we've planted, plants and trees, along our little area. And we just try to be really welcoming as a business and knowledgeable about our area. Next slide, please. So I live in Brockport, so we come, every day to Albion. And when you're coming into Albion, there was a wall. The building next to us had a big blank wall. And I always thought, wouldn't it be great to have some kind of mural there? So I talked to the building owner and I said, if I can raise the funds, will you let me put a Christmas themed mural on your building? So she said yes. So this was back in March. So I said, okay, I'm going to try to raise the money. So this is Justin, who we ended up going with, Aerosol Kingdom. I'll tell you a little bit about him. Next slide, please. So I'm going to be going over why we chose this project, how I chose the artist, how I raised the funds, and how you in smaller communities can do the same thing. Next slide, please. So Albion doesn't have too many artistic things like this. We do have another Christmas mural in the village, but this was a great blank wall to create something, in the village. It also slows traffic, and the cyclists will see this mural because it is right next to our gas station that cyclists, go to. So how I started researching artists was I researched some artists and reached out to them about doing, murals that they would create and bring and put on the building, and it was ultimately going to be too expensive. So when I researched graphic graffiti artists, you know, in the area, I found out that it was going to be much more affordable for me to raise the money. So I researched artists from Buffalo and Rochester, and I came across Justin, and he is an artist in Rochester, and he's been doing a lot of murals all over the US, but also the world. And one of the reasons why I was attracted to him as an artist to come to Albion was because he runs a youth program in Rochester that he works with kids in the community. They join like his mural team, and they go into schools and other public areas, libraries, and they create murals. So I thought it'd be great so that the younger community in Albion could see, you know, that this would be, this is, you know, graffiti artists, you know, kind of get a bad rap sometimes, but they can really make beautiful stuff, you know, too. So, so he came out literally in March, the week before COVID hit here. So we weren't wearing masks. And he said, yes, you know, I kind of understand your vision. I told him it had to be Christmas themed. And so he said he'd be able to do it for $3,500. So I thought, you know, yeah, I can raise $3,500. So I reached out to a couple organizations in our community. So the Albion Merchants Association, I reached out to them. They donated. I reached out to our Betterment Committee in Albion, which we also call them the Santa Committee because they're very involved with keeping the Christmas spirit in Albion as well. They donated. So I still had some funds that I had to raise. So myself and another business owner in Albion created a GoFundMe. We posted, you know, on our social media what we were trying to do, that we were going to do a mural, and so donations started coming in, and we were really excited. And you know, it was exciting to see, you know, people contributing $20 or $10, you know, to kind of beautify our area. So finally, we raised our money. So I emailed him and I said, okay, come on down, we're ready for you. And he said he was in Denver working on a big mural. So finally, about a month ago, he came down and started the project. Next slide, please. And so he finished the mural, and everyone was really excited in the community. So being on the canal, seeing all the cyclists go by, in the picture on the left upper corner, that was last year's cycle of the Erie Canal. That was the first time I had ever seen it or been part of it, and I could not believe the people, you know, that were coming through. You know, we had fruit out for them, but it was about 8:30 in the morning, so I did not have Tinsel open, which everyone expected me to have ice cream, and I couldn't believe it. So that next one we definitely will. And we've just seen how much bicyclists bring to the community. As they were saying, the speakers before, they bring a lot of money to the community. You know, working in Tinsel, we were able to, you know, see where these people were coming from. And it wasn't, you know, just, you know, people from other small communities. These were people, you know, from all across the US that were taking time off for their vacation, you know, to do the Erie Canal. So doctors, lawyers, we've had so many people from other countries doing it. And it's just amazing to hear that they're coming to, you know, New York State to do this, you know, trail and get to go through these communities. So, you know, we are very proud to be part of this community, you know, and so we're very happy that the first mural has been done. We did set up a new fund for more mural money, so we're going to continue to try to grow that. And how you can replicate in your community. So, you know, I found out that graffiti murals were going to be much less expensive. So that's something that other communities can do. And we also, you know, we're involved with some other projects. I don't know if you can see right now, but we had some picnic tables, bike racks put out along the canal so that cyclists can stop and enjoy themselves. Some things that we're working towards is we want to get a bike repair tower like they had in the pictures before. We also are going to attempt to create some kind of welcome center for the cyclists to come to, because Albion, we're you know, kind of in a rural area, so, you know, we don't have a bike shop in Albion. So we want to try to give, some amenities to the cyclists coming through that they can stop and, spend some money in our community and see kind of the neat history that we have. So definitely next year for the Cycle of the Erie Canal, I'm gonna have somebody dressed up as Santa for sure, and try to get them to, read about our neat history here in Albion. So thanks very much for having me on.